Jane Got a Gun is directed by Gavin O'Connor and stars Natalie Portland, Ewan McGregor, and Joel Edgerton, and is a Western film that not many people know about. It's a smaller film that just came out in selected theaters, and it's a Western that is... And it's a film that had a lot of problems leading up to it. Here's the thing that most people probably don't know about is this movie has been in the process of being made for years. It has taken so long to get this movie made because it changed the director, it changed the actors. Joel Edgerton was supposed to be the bad guy and he ends up being the good guy, and it used to have Michael Fassbender in it, and then he left, and then the director left, and then Natalie Portman, and then this movie has gone through a lot of problems. And so when I saw the trailer, I said, oh, okay, this movie might be okay. It looks pretty good. Let's see how it is. And I was really excited it came out this weekend. I didn't even know. It's not being publicized much. So I don't think many people even know it's out. There was not many people in the theater when I saw it. But I am here to tell you that I loved Jane Got a Gun. It is so good. I am so pleasantly surprised by this film because I was really looking forward to it when I heard about it, and I said, oh wow, it sounds really intriguing, and it had all the problems, and then the trailers got me a little excited, and the movie delivered. The movie is a Western, and it's about Natalie Portman, and it's basically a revenge film of she's trying to protect her family from this outlaw who's played by Ewan McGregor, and he's coming after her, and she's trying to get revenge, and then Joel Edgerton's there to help her, and that's pretty much the movie. I don't want to give anything away in case you see it because there's lots of twists and turns in the film. And let me just start by saying this. Gavin O'Connor is an unbelievable director. He did so fantastic in this film. This film is beautiful. Some of the shots are just awesome. They're not like The Revenant. They're not like Birdman where like they're crazy one takes or like anything crazy happening. It's just well directed, and just some of the shots are just so beautiful, and it really had to be in awe of it because it just looks so good, and it was just so creative with some of the shots. It really got you into the film and made you feel like you were there in this Western area, and the cinematography is also to be praised because the movie looked fantastic. It had a lot of night scenes. It had a lot of Western scenes. It had a great feel to it throughout the whole film, and that is to be commended. The director, Gavin O'Connor, has directed one of my favorite films, also starring Joel Edgerton, Warrior. If you haven't seen Warrior, I cannot highly recommend that movie enough. It is awesome. And he does just as amazing a job in this movie as he does in Warrior. Warrior is probably still my favorite film of his, but this film is definitely adding to his resume. He did great in this film. Let's talk about the performances. Natalie Portman knocks it out of the park. She did so good in this role. She's the one that's got the gun. She's Jane, and she has to protect her family, and she holds her own. She does such an amazing job of being raw and emotional, and you just feel for her throughout the whole film. She gives a great performance, along with Joel Edgerton. Joel Edgerton! Can we talk about Joel Edgerton? He didn't get nominated this year for Black Mass. I thought he should have. I thought he should have won. He was so good in this movie, and he is just killing it right now with The Gift, which he directed and wrote and starred in, and that was amazing. And then Black Mass, which he was awesome in. And now this film, Joel Edgerton is killing it. He's the co-lead in this one along with Natalie Portman, and he wrote some of this. Joel Edgerton is doing fantastic work right now. I look forward to everything from Joel Edgerton. Ewan McGregor also is the bad guy in this film, and he does a good job of being evil and menacing. You fear for him the whole movie. You're afraid of when he comes, and he does a fantastic job. Everyone in the movie did awesome. And the story is so intriguing. I was intrigued from the very beginning scene of the film. It starts off, and right away you're right into the movie. It gets you pulled into the story because it's very intriguing, and you don't really know what's happening right from the get-go. It unravels itself to you, and it's slow burning at some parts. So it's not too long of a movie. It's like almost 2 hours, but it's slow raveling. It tells the story to you very slowly, but it's intriguing the whole way through. The movie, however, is not perfect because it's slow moving at some parts. it does feel a little bit boring and drawn out in some parts. You're never bored. It's just that it is a little bit drawn out because of the way that they're telling the story. So at some parts you feel a little bit like, okay, can you reveal a little bit more? But it goes right back into something fantastic. The movie has a really good pace to it, but at some parts the pace gets brought down a little bit just because of the slow burn that it's going for. But I feel like it intentionally did that because it's a Western and it has that Western feel to it. The movie also has such a fantastic score to it because it feels old-timey, and at the same time it feels new. It has a new Western kind of feel, but an old Western. It has a really cool score to it that's really enhanced the film for me. So overall, this film is just so good. I really am pleased, so happy that it turned out good because I really was worried about it, but I am pleasantly surprised. It's definitely probably my favorite film of the year so far. It's probably not for everybody if you don't like Westerns and you're not so much into the slow burn type of things. You might not like it as much. And also, it's a revenge film with Natalie Portman in there, but it's not as much of a revenge film as even I wanted it to be because it starts out as like her trying to get the revenge and protect her family, and then it turns into more of a waiting kind of movie where it's slow and the story unveils itself. But it's intense the whole way through. You're into the film. If you're into that kind of thing, I definitely recommend it. I love the movie. I thought it was great. Jane Got a Gun gets 4 out of 5 for me. I really am happy that this movie came out. I loved it. I definitely recommend it, and I hope you guys check it out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this and you want to see more reviews from a guy like me, you can subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one. Thanks, guys.